Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another live session of our channel where we look forward to connect with all of you and listen to our audience. And most importantly, we look forward to listen to your queries, listen to your concerns, listen to your questions, whatsoever you may have regarding certifications, about testing, and maybe looking forward to have a career in QA. We look forward to assist every individual with their specific concerns and try solving them as much as possible. So we are looking forward to another great day and trying to listen to your recommendations and feedbacks about the channel too. In fact, we are also interested to close the poll on our next set of tutorials. Just to kick off with our day, we are coming to the end of the software testing boot camp. In fact, due to my commitments, it went a pretty long away, and which was supposed to be completed in a month or two. It went for almost like 4 to 6 months. And we'll be looking forward to close that in the next week. And following the next week, we will be getting started with our next set of tutorials. So the few options which we have shortlisted, and currently the poll on my channel is going on for that. And the major option which is leading ahead with maximum vote is team is looking forward to have uh, the ISTQB Foundation in Hindi version of mine, because there are a lot of people across the nation who are finding it a little difficult to understand in the English, which would be very feasible for them to learn and apply back. Of course, we still suggest that that would be one option where they could also find it conflicting to respond to the answers. But concept wise understanding, there are many people which I have interacted with. They, in fact, mentioned that if we learn the concepts, we can frame the questions in the term of English language. So we look forward to see what best can be done here. And another great thing about this live session would be, sorry, the next playlist would be a lot of people will get to hear me in Hindi for sure for the first time. So that would be another important thing for me. So that's good. Let's see what more we have. So currently there's a poll going on my channel. Team, if in case you have not contributed your support there, contributed your inputs there, that what you would like to hear back again from our channel as next content and playlist, please go ahead and drop there your vote on the next topic, and we would be looking forward to take that as the next initiative. Okay, I think the crowd has started building up, and first of all, there's a very auspicious week going on in India. So I would like to wish all our audience, all our viewers, and uh, members of the channel a very happy Navratri. And we are coming up with great set of festivals back to back, including Dasara, with Diwali, and many more. This is a kind of the auspicious occasion for the few months, and we wish you all the great, success on these occasional months and festivals together. All right. So before I talk about anything else, let me pick up a few of the questions from chat. Purvi is here. Purvi says, "Hi, I'm planning to for my ISTQB and planning to purchase your book. Any other suggestions for preparation?" I think the playlist and the book. If you're going with the book, I think that's the most common thing what you can really have for preparation. Other than that, we don't really recommend anything else because there's no need of one, given that people already have a good understanding and feedback shared on the playlist. In fact, many people could just do it with the playlist. Some people, in fact, booked the book as well and went through this. So I'm really happy that you have got the things what you really wanted to get ready for the examination, Puvi. You will not need anything further. And beyond that, if you have anything else, I'm always here. So feel free to let me know if there's anything which you get stuck with, and I'll be happy to respond back to them. Right? So I think you are well there wherever you're supposed to be, and just go through the content in a detailed way and make sure that if you have any queries and clarifications, feel free to reach me. I'll be happy to answer them. Also, we have Anmol here. Anmol says, "Hello, sir. I have my exam in 2 days. Any advice for me? I've learned your course. It was really helpful. Thank you so much." So, Anmol, first of all, thank you for letting us know about feedback of our content, which is, in fact, given by more than 15,000 people so far. Um, Advice for you in the last moment is, of course, it's time for you when you say 2 days. I think it is going to happen on Monday. So the best advice at this point of time, which I can give you, is close your books, close all your references, and we don't want you to study anything. We just want you to bring back all that learnings, what you have done so far. Take white piece of paper and a pen and start writing in short what is that you can recall from your learnings, right? So just take the paper and write on top of it that chapter 1, and under that start writing whatever you could recall. Sequence does not matter. Just start writing. For example, you started with what is testing, you learned some terms there, like what is debugging, what is testing, what is quality assurance, what is quality control, what is error, what is defect, what is root cause. So pen them down and ask yourself the question that do you really know what is the difference between these terms? How will you differentiate if somebody asking you the same question? So start writing those things, and then once you complete chapter 1, all the topics, right, whatever you could recall, go back to the syllabus. Okay, go back to the official syllabus and cross check. Were you getting stuck with anything? Were you not able to write something which was there in the syllabus and you forgot? That's your area of weaknesses, and you need to just revise that part. That how could I not recall this, right? Or why did I get conflicted between error and defect? I could not justify myself that what is the difference, right? So start doing that. Is what your next task will be for the 2 days, and all you need to do is relax. Okay, relax and just have peace of mind. And remember, this exercise, what I'm trying to tell you, is a very psychological thing. It does not let you pressurize your mind. In fact, gives you the confidence that you know everything. Okay, you know all that what you have covered so far, but you don't let your mind do something. You feel like, no, I'm getting confused, I have to go through a lot of things and all. Not necessarily. When you start writing thing, you know, start making your mind do something, you feel that, yes, I know this, right? So I'm confident. So you don't really have to study anything as of now. All you have to do is start writing things what you can recall. Cross check with the syllabus, did you miss out anything? Cover that. Move to the chapter 2. Then do the same thing for chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, and make sure your chapter 4 and 5 are critically important, contributing 50% of your score. And that would be very important to make sure that you don't have any loopholes in any of the techniques, right? So give a little important understanding to the theoretical part of the techniques as well, not just the solving part, because they can ask you a theoretical question as well from the examination. And rest, all the very best. I'm here to let you know if you think there's anything else, just ping me on LinkedIn. I'm available over the weekend as well because I'm doing sessions. I'm not free. I'm doing sessions. I'll be available online on my system, and we'll be able to respond to you. Feel free to let me know. Okay, that's great. All the very best, Anmol, and we look forward to your great success soon. We have Ramya. Ramya says, "Hello, sir. I'm preparing for my ISTQB exam and trying to give a lot of mock tests. Will this confuse me more?" Yes, of course, because there are no lot of mock papers available. So I'm not sure what source are you using. There are only 3 mock papers which are officially recognized by ISTQB or by myself, and there's nothing other than that which are valid for your preparation. So if in case you are going through any other mock papers, we cannot assure you, okay, whether they are valid or not, in fact out of syllabus or not. So in that context, it is very common that you will get confused. Why? Because you will start challenging yourself. When did we talk about this? Where did we cover this? Oh, Neeraj Kumar Singh has not covered in this tutorial. But hardly few people sometimes go back and check the syllabus, that do we really have this in the syllabus? So I sometimes have to even face those things, but I take a moment and help them understand there is an approach. If you get stuck with any such questions which you're trying from outside, okay, no harm. As far as you are able to judge what is in the syllabus, what is not, it is not a problem at all. Okay, so if you find, confusing anywhere, that for example they're asking you a question which you have never heard before in my tutorials, go to the official syllabus of the ISTQB, press Control F, which is to find, okay, search that word, search that terminology. Have we discussed anything about it in our syllabus? Right? If it is not there, they are fooling you. Okay, they are giving you some fake questions. And if they are not, if it is in the syllabus, you missed it out somewhere for sure, right? So cross check those things. But I would suggest you that please stick to official mock papers. It does not really make any sense. And the past, of some of our viewers who came back, and they clearly said that I was confident after going through all your tutorials. The moment I stepped into the mock papers, I started getting confused because there were a lot of incomplete questions, lot of wrong answers, and in fact some questions did not have the right answers. So that started confusing them, and I had to do a rework. I have to retrain them. Retrain in the sense they went through the tutorial, they later paid me again and took the training to get that confusions go away. So please don't do that, Ramya. If you think you are pretty much good with the content understanding, I don't want you to get confused. Please stick to the three mock papers. It is not a tool based training. A lot of people have created this rumor and myth after appearing so many tool based certifications that there's something called as dumps. Please apply your understanding here that dumps are only for tools, softwares, because they are limited. Questions will revolve around them. But ISTQB is not a software. How can you expect dumps there? There is no possible dumps. It's a concept based certification. The better you know the concepts of testing, the better you can answer the examination. And ISTQB has never released their mock papers in public, in people. They never release their examination papers. So there's no possibility of dumps, right? So please adhere to what your understanding is. Believe in yourself because I believe in you. Going through the content, going through your putting your effort, you are pretty much confident with what you're learning. And other than that, you don't need anything else. Trust me. You have three mock papers, which are more than enough. If you're not scoring there, you're not ready. If you're able to score there, you don't need anything, right? So three mock papers is the simple logic. That's enough. You don't really have to break your head. Okay. So all the very best, Ramya. I hope there's anything else, just let me know. Okay, so we have Zumaya. Zumaya says, hi there. Do you think I could be ready for ISTQB exam with 1 week preparation? I have testing background, but I would like to get certified. Thanking you in advance. Sure, Zumaya. Why not? People have done it even in 2 days. Given that, how much time do you have to dedicate? How much time do you have available to prepare for your examination is more important thing. That too, like not just available time, available peaceful time to grasp something new. And if you're there, then you are enough. 1 week is more than enough, given that you have been into testing for at least a year now. So that shouldn't be a problem. Yes, you can go ahead and do it. It's just 42 videos. Okay. So you can finish that and do it. I don't think there's any problem. Get started as soon as possible. And Mo says, okay, thank you so much for this advice. You're welcome. Suhas says, sir, if interviewer asked why you chose career as software tester, then what will be the good answer? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. In fact, I probably never get asked these questions. Why would you like to be a software tester? I think if you ask me, why do you love testing or why do you continue being a test engineer? I think I would suggest more people being me, being myself, is I'm pretty much doing a quality job where I'm trying to make sure that the people who are going to use the product are going to be very relaxed and safe in terms of using any product. Today, if I am traveling myself, I always pray to the QA that you didn't take a nap when you was testing my flight when I was flying, right? I don't wish anything to the God. I don't wish any to the developers. I wish to the QA that I hope the QA who was testing this system was not taking nap when he was testing it, right? And at the same time, if I'm using a phone, right? I'm making online transfers, I'm making payments. I'm worried about every single penny which is being spent wisely, right? So I don't want to face any transaction failures. I don't want my system to go in fraud, right? I don't want the anything to go wrong. And at the same time, there are 100 million peoples who are equally having the same expectation that whatever we may use on our day-to-day basis, we want that to work fine. We don't want any problems. Who likes problem? Nobody likes problem, right? And if you talk about all these parameters, be it about a financial application, be it about your day-to-day product, be about security of the product, be about the user friendliness, be it about performance, everything is measured by testing. Developers do not do that. Please. I'm not offended about development job. I'm not contradicting with them as well. They have their own cup of tea. My point is they just build the code, right? They create the product. And we, as a QA, are responsible for all the quality attributes, all the measures which we have to review, validate, and approve. Be it about functionality, performance, security, reliability, portability, interoperability, usability, accessibility, name them, and it is testing. Have you ever heard about accessibility development, accessibility, portability development? No, it's just the architecture and the code. Two things. But testing, we have so many levels. Trust me, we have 100 levels to be conducted on any particular product. I don't think you need any stronger reason to tell an interviewer why you want to come to a very wide domain, which gives you so many opportunities. And this is just an ocean, and you can never go out of business or never go out of the role. If in case you are not happy with functional testing at some point of time, you can jump into non-functional testing. In non-functional, you're not happy with performance, you can adapt yourself to security testing. So you have so many gates open for you. Why would you stick to a programming language? Why would you stick to a development platform when you have so many options for you? Again, like, if you go to your friend's house, right, and they offer you one type of meal, that we just have chapatis, the bread, and we have one veggie with this, right? You instead think, okay, we don't have any options, but I'm feeling hungry, let me have it, right? I'm feeling hungry, so let me have it. But when you go to buffet, you go to a party, you go to a kind of, seminars or corporate functions, you see a long table with a number of options, and you get a choice to decide what do you want to have. No matter, you don't want to have everything, but you have a choice. What do you want to have? So I think the organization needs to understand when you tell this word to them that I know the ocean. We are not talking about a lake. We are not talking about a pond. We are talking about ocean where the limits are nothing. There's no limit. And I think this is the best domain for me to step into as a QA and master multiple things step by step. There's nothing which can say me at any point, I'm done learning. There's no end to learning in QA because there's no limit for it. There are so many things which you can never cover, even if you spend 10 to 20 years. I'm having around 13 years of experience today, and still, I think I'm hardly not even 50% of what testing basically does in reality. There are so many domains, so many levels, which I have not stepped into yet, right? So I think, Shuhas, this gives you a great summary for preparing for your interview. And let me know if you think there's anything you can add here. I would be happy to hear back from you or from anyone else. There are so many audience listening to us, and they can also suggest us to help Suhas answer this question in the interview for sure. Now, this is me because I talk very bold and very open, and because I have reasons and I have options to justify my statements. So feel free to utilize that as far as you are confident enough to support your statements, right? Which is very important. Ramya says, you're right. They are very confusing. Thank you so much. Got it. Okay. You're relating to the mock papers. Thank you so much, Ramya. And do feel free to let me know. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up, team, before leaving, because we need your support to build this community more stronger and help more and more QA. We are just making our ocean more stronger, right? And we want to have more and more QA people being professionally strong and having a great knowledge altogether. Zumaya says, perfect, thank you, you're welcome. Ramya again says, sir, those 3 mock papers is available on your videos. I've started watching your videos and studying with the book along. Sure, thank you so much, Ramya. And yes, those 3 mock papers with solutions are available. If you want just a second, because I'm just a second away with the link being posted on the chat. Here we go. So this is the link, Ramya, to the three mock papers with discussion, and you can get all 120 questions with proper responses. What exactly it makes sense about. All right, so yeah, I think I'm pretty much covered here, and waiting for more questions and more queries to come up. So let me continue my discussion, what we started with. So we will be coming up with a new playlist as soon as we complete the software testing bootcamp. And meanwhile, I've also started preparing videos on technical talks on testing, where I'm actually publishing my personal perception about testing. I hope all of you would like and appreciate that. Moreover, I'm just pasting a link here. If in case anyone is new about what I'm talking, feel free to go through this and let me know if you have any kind of suggestions to build it up better, because that's more important. Our audience should like it. That is more important for us. And we have again, I'm just trying to go outside the syllabus, go outside the boundaries of standardization of testing concepts, and coming up with sharing my thought process to help people. In fact, I've recently started building up some short videos also, because I thought people should not consider me other than professional, because I generally get influence in the sense like negative influence by the people who are busy creating reels and shorts to promote leisures and different activities like acting, syncing, lip syncing and all. So I never thought of like that platform could be a better platform for education, because I don't want to come up in between those fun and disturb you with education, right? So I never started doing the shorts and other things. And I believe now I think I can share my perception, given that I've built a better confidence about the certifications among all our audience. It should be good time for us to give them more nourishment and give them more diversified understanding of what testing is not, right? The other way around of it. So now from here on, I'll be also publishing my personal perception about testing, and giving you all that thought process which makes you ponder to think about what testing is not. We might have been thinking about it, we might have been doing it for a long time, but now it's time for us to challenge our work and think again, that do we really think testing is what we are doing, right? What exactly is the right way? Innovation, bringing up some revolution there, and probably you never know. Maybe in future we can come up with some great standards which might be implemented. So we need your support again. We need your love for sure to take it ahead. And please feel free to contribute at any point of time on any of the videos. If you think there's anything else we can do, keep suggesting. If you have any queries in mind, any suggestions in mind, we can look forward to talk on those topics as well. And I would make sure that we together can build a great content on this platform for all our audience, right? So feel free. Okay, we have the next one incoming from Dheeraj. Dheeraj says, I cleared ISTQB Foundation level and Agile extension level by using your videos. Thank you so much, Dheeraj, for letting us know. It's indeed every time a great pleasure when people somehow or the other they let me know back that yes, I succeeded. Because I know there are so many people who watch my videos, in fact they succeed, but somehow they don't have enough time to come back and let me know. It's not about collecting feedback, it's not about having more and more comments on my videos, it's not about having a mention on the LinkedIn. It's mainly about being personal, having the personal satisfaction that yeah, today I think I have 15,000 people who are certified from the certifications and through my corporate sessions and this online portal as well. And that gives me a proud feeling to do something more, because every time a comment comes back saying that your videos were helpful to succeed, right? It just fuels me up and inspires me that, okay, you're doing a great job. It's just not one or two people who are saying it. There are 15,000 people who are telling you that you are doing a good job. So I wish to continue ahead. I wish to do more for the people in the similar fashion. Because if even one person says, I did not like it, then I love to spend time with that person to understand what did not go well so that I can improve myself, right? So thank you so much, Dheeraj, for taking some time out and joining us here and letting us know about your result. It certainly makes a lot of sense to me for sure, and to many of our audience, because sometimes there are people who think that comments can be mocked. You can ask people to write fake comments, but not 10,000 comments. Okay. But yes, of course, when you join live and you share your personal feedback, it makes sense to many of us here, all the participants here, that yes, it is true, right? And they get encouraged to spend their time over the tutorials, or else people generally see 42 videos is too much. Is that really going to add value to my learning, or I will be wasting my time? So thank you so much for dropping a comment here. Congratulations once again. And we look forward to some more certifications being added to your career and portfolio, and all the very best for that. So take care, and do let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Suhas says, thank you for your explanation. You're welcome, Suhas. And we have another one coming in from Ernesto. Ernesto says, thank you very much. Your videos helped me a lot to pass the ISTQB Foundation. Greetings from Mexico. Thank you so much, Ernesto. It's a really pleasure again to see these good and valuable comments from our audience, which certainly makes a lot of sense and inspires me, as I told you right now. It's just the only inspiration which I have to keep up my good work, continue doing the good work for the audience. And now I think we don't want any individual to get off the channel after certifications. So we started talking about the testing context and concepts, and helping them build more and more valuable understanding about what is testing, so that they can further educate other people about it, right? So we will be looking forward to hear back from you when you look forward to other certifications, right, Ernesto? And if you have anything else which I can help you with, feel free to let me know. So congratulations on your success. I'm really happy to hear that, and we wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. Okay, we got Anwar. Anwar says, hi, greetings from Tunisia. Hey, okay, for some reason I know Tunisia. Right. I'm new here. Welcome, welcome, Anwar. Do you know anything about the channel, or you have any questions? Or let me know. I can talk about my channel. I love talking about my channel for sure, because that's, I think, at least once in a day I'll always be asked about what do you do? And the moment they ask me this question, the answer kicks off with, you know what? I have a channel called STM Square and keep talking about testing there and help people to build their QA knowledge and understanding and help them get certified. The only certifications for software testers is ISTQB, and I talk about it and help people to get certified, add more value to their portfolio, help them build better knowledge, not just certifications. We let them go ahead in a process where they can implement those practices back into the organization and come up with great support and recommendation to the process as well as the organization, right? So yeah, that's me. So this is what we keep talking about on this channel, and we help people to get certified with software testing concepts. And we have, I think, more than 10 certification tutorials available right now, more than 10 certifications. And yeah, we are looking forward to build more, right? I'm doing reconversion. What does that reconversion means, Anwar? Can you add more there? All right. Yes, thing I'm pretty much caught. Oh, reconversion to ID. Oh, great. Good to hear you. Changing job. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Some typical Tunisia English, as we people find it a little difficult to adapt sometime. But thank you so much for elaborating, right? Because it gives me clarity now that you are looking forward to transform into software testing. And I tell you something, that I've got a wonderful playlist being built right now, and it's almost ready. We hardly have one or two topic, and we call this as software testing bootcamp playlist. And I would suggest you to go through this to build understanding on the software testing fundamentals, that what exactly testing is all about. And trust me, software testing is a welcoming domain to anyone. Okay, you don't really have to be technically strong in your academics, or you have to come from a technical background as such. All you need to know is how to test a system. What are the principles, what are the techniques, what are the mindset you need, what kind of perceptions you need to possess, are there any technical traits, are there any kind of uh, specific learnings which you need to do. So we have covered everything what you need to know to get started in the IT from this playlist, right? So I would suggest, being you are new here, that's the reason I shared this help. So look forward to get started on this playlist. And then once you're done with this, you can get started with the very first certification, which is ISTQB Foundation. And at the same time, feel free to join this live session, which is every Saturday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time, to ask your queries. We just join for an hour here every Saturday and listen to random people's query and try to resolve them, because I believe one way learning sometimes creates a lot of question, and I'm here to respond back to my content. So feel free to ask your questions and I'll be happy to respond to you. Not only that, you don't have to wait for a weekly call to ask your questions. You can get in touch with LinkedIn. You can get in touch with me over any of the videos, comment, drop your queries there. I'll respond to you offline. Or you find my LinkedIn ID in the description of this video. Just go there, click there, connect. Okay, we'll be happy to connect there and respond back to you. So this is for everyone, not so just for Anwar. Feel free and go ahead and let me know if you have any more questions, right? So welcome to the channel, Anwar, and thank you so much for your feedback there. Erica is here. Erica says, "Hello, Neeraj. I passed ISTQB Foundation 2 days ago. Your videos really helped out. A lot of people are coming back today and sharing their success stories. So thank you so much, Erica. It's really great to hear, and congratulations on your success for sure. I'm really happy that we are the best in the world right now. We, okay, me and my content, and you all, of course, without which this is not at all possible. I'm happy to feel and believe that today, no matter which country you go, and if you type on internet that I want to go with ISTQB Foundation, I think the first recommendation, more than 100 plus countries, is TM Square. So thank you so much for making it happen. It really makes a lot of kind of inspiration for me, and I really feel that that effort, what I was trying to put every day after my regular work by building up little tutorials, um, has really helped us back, right? So this platform is not at all to gain subscribers. This platform is not at all to build some great reputation or something. It's all about building a healthier and better community of QA. We want to make sure that the QAs are stronger and have that respect in the organization when they participate in different discussions and contribute towards quality of the system, right? So that's where we are. So we have only one goal, that we want to suggest QAs a better path and help them lead and succeed in their career. So Erica, once again, congratulations on your success, and thank you so much for taking some time out and letting us know about your results. We wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. We look forward to you again in our future certifications for sure. Don't forget to recommend your friends. All right, SM is here. SM says, "Hi, sir. Good morning. Please can have the difference between sanity and retesting, difference between build and environment." Sanity and retesting. Sanity is basically a check of or readiness of an particular software or build. It can be done at generally any level, to be frank, as per today's practice. When a unit module, a build, okay, so clubbing together, huh? Generally, the smallest part which is developed by a developer is called as a build, right? And the same build can be updated from time to time. For example, look at the sign up page. Okay, look up the sign up page which you have to register yourself on any website. And while registering, you have name, your gender, phone number, email address, physical address, right? All that, and you click on submit, right? There are a lot of things which you fill up. So initially they'll just add two fields and send you the page, then add two more fields, send you the page, add three more fields, send you the page. That is what you called as build. Now, whenever a build is given to you, is what you call it as an internal release, and you have to conduct a sanity check on the previous items, that when he added the sixth and seventh item on the page, the first five are still working fine, right? That's what a broader check of multiple fields quickly without writing test cases, randomly just checking that all the other fields are still working fine, they're active and accessible, is what you call it as sanity, right? A broader check of the module or build before testing the formal way. Talking about retesting, when you have a defect, you report it to the developer to fix it. When the person fixes the defect, of course, there might be a possibility that he tried, but maybe the problem persists. So retesting is all about rerunning the same test case once again, which revealed the problem, this time with an objective to make sure that the defect has been closed. Okay? It's not necessary retesting will always pass in first go. Sometimes it's possible that retesting may fail and you reopen the defect. You send them back to the developer in a cyclic chain till the defect gets closed. And how will you come to know defect is closed? When retesting passes. So rerunning the same test once again in order to confirm the fix of a defect is what you call it as retesting. Now what you're left with is environment where you do all these things. Okay? The place where you do all these things is what you call it as environment. Environment is combination of software, hardware, equipment, simulator, emulators, whatever. Whatever infrastructure you use to test a system is what you call it as environment. If it is a software product, your environment is browsers, operating system, right? Your RAM, CPU, whatever it is. But environments are different for different testing. Performance testing, it is different. You need server because your application will be hosted on server. If you're talking about web-based application, your browsers, add-ons to that, any sort of plugins, the version of the browser, right? All that matters as an environment. If it is a desktop application, your operating system, your service pack of the operating system, the RAM, the CPU, kind of, all other plugins, what you need, any kind of, database you need, all that becomes your environment. So similarly, for different things, you have different environments, right? So whatever you use to build that environment to test the system is called as testing environment, right? I think that also answers Anwar questions, that testing environment. Now regression, if I say Anwar, regression testing is when you conducted retesting and you found that your defect is closed, retesting passed, but just because you did a change, okay, just because you did a change in the code to fix the defect, it might be possible that this change may have side effect on any other part of the application. So we just make sure by running the other set of instructions to make sure that the other part is not impacted. I would say one quick example here. When you go to the doctor gives you a medicine for one problem, right? And you take up that medicine and he says, come back after 2 days, we need to consult. So after taking medicine for 2 days, you go back to the doctor. Why did he call you? Maybe you are feeling okay now, but still he called you and you went to the doctor. Why? Because he wants to do a regression test. He wants to make sure that you had headache. I gave you medicine for headache, but due to that medicine, did you get any kind of side effects or not? And that's the reason. Deep meaning, guys, please pay attention. This is the reason doctor's job is called as practice. Because every human body is unique. One medicine can suit me, another medicine may not suit me, but to you, it may work fine. So they keep trying new medicines or old medicines in different bodies and they keep understanding, right? And that's why they never have a perfect understanding of human bodies. They're always unique, right? That's what their job is called as practice. They keep practicing it. It's not final. You cannot say that this medicine will work for every individual in the world. No. Bodies are different, their system is different, and their internal structure is different. So different medicines are required for sure. Anyways, that I think covers regression for sure as well. Okay, meanwhile, I think I just missed one comment from Pubudu. Pubudu says, hello, sir. I have cleared my ISTQB Foundation exam using your videos. Thank you so much. I'm from Sri Lanka. Thank you so much for sharing your love from Sri Lanka. Pubudu, congratulations on the success. In fact, last 1 week is completely, I've been, getting a lot of wishes, a lot of messages from Pakistan and Sri Lanka, especially. A lot of people from Pakistan have updated me. They got certified. Congratulations to all of them. And a lot of people from Sri Lanka, in fact, approached me, and even they mentioned that on the LinkedIn. I was really happy to see them that they have succeeded. So last 1 week was mainly for Pakistan and Sri Lanka, where people have lot of things to share, and they succeeded in their exam. I wish them all the very best, and happy to hear about your results. Thank you so much for taking some time out and sharing with us. We wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors, Pubudu. Okay, SM says, thank you so much, sir, for your clarity. Thank you so much, SM. Frank says, hi, Neeraj, good day. What would you recommend if in an agile project there's not enough time to create test cases? I believe this is one of the things ISTQB does not teach. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Thanks for your videos. I uh, I related pretty much well, and that's the reason I've started my new discussion on technical talks on testing, where I'm just talking outside ISTQB, sharing my personal experience, personal, uh, perception, what I think about testing and how testing should be actually done. So, look forward to that. There are a lot of being good content being shared. In fact, a lot of people have already started appreciating those things. We look forward to all of you. Let me answer that question. When you don't have enough time in the process to create the test cases, you really write high level test cases. See, there's always a logic, right? You can reduce your effort by doing it at high level, right? High level in the sense, given that the team is technically strong, and the team which is going to test it is well aware of the platform. They know what exactly the system is. When your requirements are not detailed, why would you like to waste time on something which is not going to make any sense, right? Tell me one thing. Now let me go outside ISTQB, as you mentioned there, right? Tell me one thing. Do you really know the product that allows you to write test cases? I'm sure. I know you must be talking there. Answer should be no. I'm talking about user stories. I'm talking about high level one liner requirements. Does that give any kind of understanding that a QA can write formal test cases? Or can you even test the system? Answer is no. So it's all waste of time if you are preparing test cases in order to test the system. You only get to know the product, or only get to know as a real tester what to test when you see the product. Because BA frames, okay? A business analyst job is to frame the product or frame a dog as an elephant. The client expectation would be dog, but the BA will be explaining you like the client needs an elephant, and you start imagining, oh, elephant is so huge. This is what we need to do. This is what we have to do. These are the formal things we need to take care of. And trust me, when the product comes, you realize, you know what? I was the only person who was following BA's instruction. Nobody else understood that it was an elephant. Stupid. Then you realize, no, it's me who thought about it. We should never trust BA. We should trust what exactly is the application when you see it. So, literally, you don't have anything to write. So, one liners just to tell yourself that what you are doing, and to justify some stupid nuts that what are you doing, you should write one liners. That's it, right? Other than that, it's all your interaction with the system. The better you have the interaction, the better you have asked questions to the business analyst to understand the system is more important. That will add value, quality, or find help you find defects better rather than writing test cases. So trust me, I'm of the opinion here that should waste their time writing test cases. Don't. You don't really have to. You have to just believe what you need to do in order to find effects. That could be anything. Why there is we are not giving importance to exploratory testing? Because it is random? Who said that? There's no such definition that it is called as random testing or ad hoc testing. Ignore me. I have to follow syllabus, so I have to talk about it. But outside syllabus, explanatory never says anything about being random, right? And random. It's exploratory about exploring. How much did you explore about the product? Did you ask questions to the business analyst? What if? What if? What if? If the customer says, I don't know, then you know what to do because you have a perception of the end user, you have the visibility of different technical failures, and you are exploring, asking them questions that, what do you think, what we should do the best, right? So this is what it is. So you don't really have to think about the time and creating the test cases. You have to think about reducing your effort on writing something which may not be meaningful, but spending your time doing better testing, right? So high level test cases is one option which you can do there, Frank, and add more value to your testing to improvise it. I hope that answers your question. Okay, SM says, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. An offer. Anwar says, you mean the change may detect other modules. Effect. Anwar? Side effects. So that's what is covered by regression. Frank says the doctor reference was really good. Thank you so much. I have wonderful examples. It's just that I don't get enough time to talk about all those examples. It just comes in the flow sometime. It's not preparatory, right? I don't have a script where I'm reading something from. It just clicks that, how, what about that? That could be a best example here to talk about. So it's just the moment when you talk about something, the examples automatically comes and relates. Thank you so much, anyways, for the compliment, Frank. I hope that answers your question for sure. Just let me know. Okay, SM has a question here waiting for me to answer. When you are hired as an automation test engineer, to your experience, can they ask you to do manual testing? Oh no, come on. Why? Why would they make their critical resource do something what they are not supposed to? Getting my point? When you hire a test manager with a very high CTC, right? A good remuneration, good salary, expensive guy, test manager, why would you ask him to write test cases and test the system? Is he what you hired him for? That can be done by someone very junior as well. A 20 years guy being hired with a very expensive remuneration, being asked to write test cases, then who will do the planning? Who will take care of managing the team? Who will take care of drafting the overall strategy, right? So, if in case I know your intention of asking that, there are some companies they want to manage resources, cut short on that, so they may multi-utilize you, but that's not the practice. Okay, there's something called as roles and responsibility, and yeah, if it is tough time, for example, we are running short on resources and we may have to be helping hand with each other, we may have to support our team members, then it is perfectly fine. But you being hired as an automation tester, but you don't do any kind of automation, I think that's not the place for you. Okay, if you're not doing any kind of automation, you're just doing manual, then that's ruining your profile. Please switch your job and look forward to another option. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and let me know if you have anything further to answer. Frank, kinda. Then the ISTQB, without hating, is just a guideline, not really something that can be practiced because it varies between projects. Yes, of course. I have a channel where I appreciate ISTQB a lot and no contradictions there again. That is standard. That is to help newcomers understand the fundamentals. Trust me, when do you do innovations? When do you do discovery? Right? When do you do invention? When you know the fundamentals. If you don't learn physics and maths, how can you become a rocket scientist, right? You can't become a rocket scientist, right? You have to go through maths and science for sure, especially physics and maths, right? That's the same thing here. ISTQB is the board which gives you that foundation, the fundamentals, which makes you a perfect tester, first of all. Given that you know what exactly testing is all about, now do your renovations on top of it, because they don't talk about literally, because it's different. It is varying from organization to organization. If you go to one of the organization, they will have different problem. You just step out of that company and move to the next door, they will say we have a different problem with the same process. And third company, third problem. Fourth company, fourth problem. So there is no limit to it. And every organization has one or the other problem, but there is a problem. And ISTQB doesn't want to talk about it because do you want me to talk about 100 different organizations in one syllabus? How does that make sense? Not at all, right? And this certification is for every individual, no matter which organization you work for or what your problem is. Anyone can take up the certification. And to do that, to let everyone take up that certification, we created a generalized thing which does not talk about your company. No matter where you work, this is common. They only give in the syllabus what is common to everyone. They don't talk specific to you. That's where ISTQB is different. They don't have to deal with your regular work, what you do. They just build your foundation. They just give you that base knowledge, what you need to kickstart. And now it's up to you whether to work with company A, with B, C, wherever you want, and then come up with your innovative ideas to build a better practice. That's it. So there's nothing wrong with ISTQB. It's just that they cannot talk about 101 companies at the same time. Okay, there's no common path. So they don't. I hope that makes sense now, right? Let me know if you still have anything to discuss because I am in very active mode. Frank says, in your own words, could you please define a test manager? A lot of questions today. I welcome questions. This session is about questions. So if you're asking me, thank you so much for making this session engaging because what's the point of me being idle on this live session, which is for Q&A? Thank you so much because I appreciate people asking questions, which makes this session successful. So Frank, you are really appreciated for your questions. Okay, talking about could you please define a test manager? Uh, the test manager is a person who is very heavily experienced as a part of their journey. They have been through multiple projects, they have been through multiple challenges, they have been through pros and cons, do's and don'ts. They have, in fact, seen the deviations, failures, successes, and a lot many other things. So, given that when you have been through a particular path, right? I'm not sure if you have driven on a route multiple times, especially if you go from home to office, right? That is your regular route for sure. Now, isn't that the first time when you were driving from your house to office, you found a lot of unfamiliar shops, a lot of unfamiliar problems, like maybe pothole? You saw a pothole somewhere, and first time you stepped in that, your car bumped over there, and you had a speed breaker, you bumped over it as well. You didn't know there are some signals and all those sort of things. But day by day, you gained experience, and this time you could blindly say, oh, that shop is going to come now in another 2 seconds. Why? Because you're doing it every day. Now, given that you have faced so many challenges on the street, right, on that particular road, same way a test manager has gained a wonderful experience in that past 15 to 20 years, and that person now has everything with him to start a fresh project. Now, this person's responsibility is to plan as close as possible to actual, that what does he think from his experience can happen in reality. They estimate the work, they list down the activities, they think about the automation, they know the challenges of automation in the project, they know how to accommodate things, how to align things, what happens if my testers are not available early, what happens if you don't review the documents, what kind of mistakes does a BA make, what kind of defects do you generally find in this type of product, a number of things. How to keep an eye on everything which is ongoing, how to overcome the deviations, more importantly, how to prevent the deviations, how do you mitigate risk, how to make sure that your test cases are effective by reviewing them, correcting them, helping your testers build up better skills, a number of things. How to achieve better efficiency in given time, right? What kind of tools will be helpful at what point of time? Can we really do something better without the tools if the cost is involved? Reducing the effort, increasing the productivity, making every individual contribute, building a better team which lives on trust and success, right? Hiring the resources, test engineers which are qualified for that particular project, right? What kind of technical traits, what kind of personal ethics, all that is a responsibility of the test manager. A tester doesn't worry about anything other than writing test cases, executing them, reporting the defects, tracking them, and retesting. There are a number of things which I just said right now is all the responsibility of our test manager, which tries to make sure that the things above test engineers goes pretty well. Coordinating with other stakeholders is another important thing. Presenting your progress, saving you in the tough time, encouraging you when you're doing good, building you up, ramping you up, they all take care of this. So test manager are the people who really drive you. But if your manager is not doing that, it's time for you to become a test manager for sure. All right, team. I think we have pretty much caught up all the questions. That was in my words, Frank. I hope it makes sense to you. If not, just let me know. And yes, team, waiting for more questions. I think still we have got 4 more minutes to go from our live session. And I think we are pretty much having a very engaging session today. We would like to, have more and more people to join us and ask their queries because I know there are a hell lot of questions available, but people don't know that there is a live session here. I want you to drop a like, if possible, share this among your fellow members, maybe on your portals, forums, whatever you may have, because we want people to get answer to their queries. Okay? And no criterias here. We don't want you to be a member of the channel. We don't want you to subscribe to this channel. It's not mandatory. It's completely optional. If you wish to, don't say that only subscriber can ask the question. Anyone can ask the question, right? So feel free to spread the word to build a better community together. We want to make sure that people, of course, have questions, but they don't know the right place to ask them for the right justification. So please help me to help you by spreading the word about this live session at least, and let the people come here and ask their questions for sure. So yes, team, go ahead. We are looking forward to more and look forward to great content coming up on my playlist, Technical Talks on Testing, because I'll be talking beyond Frank, something important for you. I'll be talking beyond ISTQB, of course. So that playlist is called as Technical Talk on Testing. And there I just going to talk about what I feel about testing and what best makes test engineers. Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Let's see if we can have some more questions in remaining 2 minutes of our time. It's really been a very great, awesome session. Thank you for adding a lot of value, Frank, because we look forward to more and more questions during this and during this an hour. And the live session is all about answering and sharing my perception, thoughts to your queries and resolving them. And I feel really happy when we have more questions. Yep. So Frank says, sometimes I'm being held back from talking to product owner by Scrum Master or PM to get, for example, more information about the product. How may I proceed with this blocker? I know. So you'll always find problem with the people. There's no perfect man available, right? Given that you have queries, you have to highlight it. That's how it works in reality. That's how it works in reality. You have to push. You have to push until unless you keep reminding them, until unless you keep highlighting to them, hey, you know what, I'm blocked, and I'm blocked since 2 days. Did we get an answer to it? So tomorrow, nobody can tell you that this resource is asking too many questions. They will rather say, what the hell Scrum Master is doing? What the hell the project manager is doing? This guy has been asking questions, and we need some resources as a part of our team. So trust me, Frank, it's nothing to do with you. It's not that if you keep irritating your scrum masters or project managers, they may fire you. Not at all. There is always that person in the management who is keeping an eye on you, that he's the person who will save my organization a day, right? And they also know who is not taking the responsibility. So keep up your good work. I would never say that stop asking questions to anyone. You are having the legal authority to ask questions because you are a QA, first of all. And second, you are a team member. You have all the rights to raise your concerns and raise your blockers and get the resolutions for them. So go ahead, go ahead, put it across. But test manager is different from scrum master and PM. Okay, test manager is a testing specific manager. He has been through your journey, he has been through the pain of testing, he knows everything. A PM doesn't know anything. A scrum master is not at all a technical guy. First of all, he doesn't understand technology. Anyone can be a scrum master. Even a fresher is given a CSM certification. What do you think a new joinee from a college graduation can become a scrum master? What is doing with that certification, CSM? What does that mean? I was looking at one of the freshers resume yesterday, and I was surprised to see that he proudly mentioned, I'm a CSM certified scrum master. Come on, man, you are kidding me. Do you really understand what is scrum? You've not even seen scrum for a day, and you are calling yourself certified scrum master. Does that make any sense? Not at all. So what I'm talking about is test manager is different. You need to talk to your person who understands your pain. PM, coordination guy. Coordination guy doesn't know anything. Okay? Scrum master, facilitator of the scrum, the process, not the technology. Right? He can't answer any questions about that. So they will resist you for sure. Okay? So go for it. Become the test manager. You take the team along with you, and yoo-hoo, we're gonna do better testing tomorrow for sure. Okay. So I think I have answered all the questions here, and I have Frank had a wonderful experience here for sure. I'm not sure until unless he tells me that if he really had a wonderful experience talking to me. Yes, but yeah, I really loved it. You know, when Frank thrown a lot of questions because I could share a lot of my perceptions with all our audience here. And the best part is this is not limited to people who you see online right now. This is a video later watched by more than 500 people in my watch list. I see the analytics of my live session. After 2 days or 3 days, I see at least 500 views on top of it. That means there are so many people who just can't join because it's a weekend, but when they come back on Monday or Tuesday, they certainly go through this discussion to understand the best, right? So thank you so much for contributing to it. In fact, all the participants here, thank you so much because we have already hit the hour, and I would like to call off this session now. So thank you so much for participating in and sharing your queries, because without your questions, this live session is incomplete. So thank you so much for participating in, sharing your questions, asking your questions, and I felt really happy interacting with you once again after a short break for sure. And we'll be looking forward to continue the same in our coming weeks as well for sure. So every Saturday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we connect together to listen to your queries, listen to your concerns, in fact, feedback and recommendations, and love to respond back to them. So thank you so much, team, for joining in. As usual, that's all from today's live session, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning. Take care, team, and stay safe. See you soon. Bye-bye.